Welcome to this Yin Yoga deep stretch practice to help with pain and discomfort in the tailbone region. My name is Joelle, and let's come down onto our backs for today's first posture, settling the entire spine into your mat and then crossing your right knee over the left. You could choose to stay right there or to bring the knees in towards your chest, possibly holding onto the knees with your hands, or perhaps sliding the hands down to hold the shins, or even the outsides of the feet. Shoelace pose. In whichever variation you've chosen for today, close the eyes. Begin to take some slow and steady breaths in and out through the nose. As in all of our Yin Yoga classes, we'll be here for a little bit longer, giving the body a chance to release and settle. And you may like to count your breaths or perhaps simply observe what is happening in the body and mind. Breathing deeply here. And to release this posture, let go of whatever you had hold of. You can bring the left foot back down to the mat, and we'll keep the knees crossed, simply letting them fall over towards the left. So you can open the arms out to the side. You're welcome to keep the head turned towards the ceiling or to look over your right shoulder. Releasing any effort in the pose, just letting the knees fall to wherever they go today. Tuning back into your breath and holding here. And let's slowly start to rock the knees back up to center. You can uncross that right knee and extend the right leg up towards the sky. And start kicking the heel up towards the ceiling, and then slightly bending the knee. Kick and straighten that leg, and bend the knee just a few times here. Letting go of those first few postures. Nice little move here for the tailbone area as well. And then set that right foot down to the mat. We'll cross the left knee over right now, staying here. Or holding on, knees, shins, or outsides of the feet, you choose. This shoelace pose might look or feel quite different on the second side. So releasing any judgment here. Letting the pose be whatever it is today. And just enjoying the stretch. And we'll start to shift towards our supine twist. So softly releasing whatever you had hold of. Letting the right foot touch back down to the mat before taking both knees still crossed over towards the right. Opening the arms out to the side. Closing the eyes once more if you haven't already. And if this twist feels a little bit intense with the knees still crossed, you can always uncross and stack the knees instead, making this practice your own. Come back to the deep breath, thinking about directing it towards the tailbone area or wherever else in the body may need a little bit of attention. And just like before, shifting the knees back up towards center, uncrossing the left knee so that you can flex that left foot up towards the ceiling, and just start straightening and bending that leg. So pressing the heel far away from you, and then bringing the knee in just slightly towards the chest. Just a few times bending and straightening, no rush. Last one here. And then replanting that second foot down to the mat. We'll roll our way to one side, making our way to hands and knees any which way you'd like. Take your time. And once you've arrived here, we'll take some little cat-cows, but just in the lumbar spine. So see how still you can hold that upper back as you rock the tailbone under, squeezing the glutes, and then release. So you can squeeze and tuck that tail on the exhale, and release on the inhale. And again, just a few times here, finding your pace. And you can let that movement go. We'll come forwards into Sphinx pose now. So resting down on your forearms, coming down onto the belly. And the feet can be pretty wide here, about as wide as your yoga mat. And it's up to you whether you'd like to keep the elbows under the shoulders or maybe bring them a little bit further forwards to lessen the intensity of the pose. Notice how this posture feels in the body. Again, directing your breath wherever it needs to go. Just hold and breathe. In our last few moments in this Sphinx pose, you're welcome to simply hold, or you can take the hands a little bit further apart and just straighten the arms and then settle the elbows back down a few times. So transitioning from seal to Sphinx, back and forth, up and down. Just a few times, bringing a little bit of activity to that lower back. Really nice. Let that go. Press your way back up onto all fours and sit your way back down towards the heels. And this is a nice opportunity to bring a block or a pillow underneath your seat if that feels better. For a narrow-kneed child's pose, letting the upper body release and relax. Gentle stretch here for not only the tailbone, but the entire lower spine. You might find that after a few deep breaths, your seat comes a little closer to your heels. Or perhaps, conversely, that you might be more comfortable with a little bit more support under that seat. So again, finding whatever it is you need and tuning back into your breath. And really slowly lifting yourself back up onto all fours. You're welcome to take any more small motions that might feel nice for today, perhaps a few more rounds of those tucks and release of the tailbone. And once you're ready, you can find any comfortable seat to roll the shoulders back and observe how you feel. And all together, let's bring the hands to prayer in front of the chest, thanking yourself for turning up today. And I thank you. I would strongly recommend that you consider my free 3-day challenge for lower back pain in combination with this practice. You can find it by clicking the first link in the description box below this video. Have a beautiful day, everyone.